Hey, hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to Sarappreciates. And if you're new here, this channel is about uh, self-care and basically living with metastatic breast cancer. I was diagnosed back in 2020 with breast cancer, and they found that it was metastatic, which means it's stage 4. And so these are some of the things my videos are things I've encountered throughout my what they call a cancer journey. I don't know if it's really a journey or not that you're on, but I just kind of wanted to give you some heads up about what I've dealt with dealing with my nails, my fingernails, that were unexpected side effects of going on chemotherapy. And also, I have kind of borderline type 2 diabetes. So, those two things affected my nails in unexpected ways. And I can show you a picture here. This is how my nails began. And there are different kinds of ridges here. There's bows ridges, bows lines. Those are the horizontal, they're kind of waves like peaks and the valleys in your nails that go across your nail. And then straight up and down the nail are these deep ridges, and those are pretty common with diabetes. They're common with aging. My cancer treatment, because I'm HR positive, my cancer treatment meant that I needed to go right into menopause. They had to take out all the estrogen from my body, so I'm on hormone therapy as well. And there's like just a combination of things that it was sort of a perfect storm where my nails started to get crumbly and peely, and I thought, well, I'll just put a little nail polish over this. And the nail polish was just, um, it didn't lay down very well. So then I started looking online for answers. And I didn't type, in my searches, I wasn't looking for how do cancer patients handle their nails. I was looking for how to fix my nails. So, um, without really realizing that I should have checked ahead of time with my oncologist or with my oncological pharmacist, I dredged ahead and started giving myself home manicures. And one of the things that you have to be really careful with is not to file too much off of your nails. And well, it's a little too late for me. My nails now are kind of paper thin. Uh, so what you're going to see in this video are my nails are damaged. There's product already still on them. And this is how I've dealt with it, but I've already had advice from my oncologist and from my oncology team when I asked if it's okay that I do my nails. Nobody raised any eyebrows. I showed them uh, and then when I called the pharmacy, she was like, I was talking with a pharmacist, an oncological pharmacist, specialty pharmacy that deals with my specific chemotherapy drug, which is Ibrance. So she's like, "What did you do?" And I explained to her what I've done with my nails and that my nails were crumbly and she's heard this before. So I explained to her what's been going on and that I was using. She thought I went to salon and was letting them shave down my nails, and I told her no, and I've learned my lesson. So first of all, with prep, I want to start by saying if you're doing prep with your nails, uh, be really gentle. You're not trying to take off layers from your nails. There's stuff you can put on your nails that will fill in those ridges. Don't file those ridges down if you have those. I filed mine down already. And that started to cause splitting down my, like, all the way down the nail, vertical. So I made the ridges worse. And there's all kinds of reasons online that'll explain exactly the anatomy of your nail plate. I'm going to leave links below in this video so that you know what I'm talking about and you can do some research too. But don't do as I do. I'm just showing you how I fixed my nails. And so some of this is in case anybody says, well, what are you doing with your nails? So that I can kind of show them what I'm doing because I'm using clear builder gel. And again, everything is going to be linked in the description of this video it, on YouTube. So if you click to see more in the video description, you'll get a list of all the products and all the links that I have to offer, like as far as information for you to research and to ask your own medical professionals about before you continue. Okay, so having said that, that's a really long intro. I'm sorry. But I needed to say all of this because this is not medical advice. This is what I've done to fix my nails. Okay, that said, without further ado, um, let's continue. So this is pretty basic stuff. I'm kind of pretending to prep my nails here, but I have products still on my nails, kind of keeping them together, but it's a clear builder gel, and uh, I've kept it pretty thin, as you can see. Um, no real, uh, nothing unusual about my prep as far as this part is concerned. I try to keep my nails relatively short. They're fairly thin anyway. It just seems like my manicures last longer if I can build length out with the builder gel a little bit. Um, but yeah, I usually just start with really clean, fresh nails. This is hygiene, so I start with clean nails. There's not a lot of, as you can see, my nails are pretty damaged. There's not a lot of shine or anything to it, so I don't need to buff a whole lot. That was one thing that the pharmacist and I discussed was how, just don't, but I buff a little, but it's very soft buffer. I mostly use that brush. So that brush and I are becoming good friends. And I use a little alcohol with that brush. And yeah, so everything stays fairly sterile as I work. And I try to keep things clean and dust as I go because there's a lot of dust when the filing starts. So as you can see, uh, this is a pretty soft little sponge that I use. It's got a soft grit on one side and then an even softer grit on the other side. Any shine, and I just use that to take it off. This tool I found from Vanessa. I'm going to leave her link in the description. Uh, Vanessa's nails. She uses a lot of builder gel in her manicures, and so this is a tool that I got a link off of one of her videos. So yeah, it works wonders. And this metal edge right there, that's amazing for digging out. Not really digging, very gently working out dust and whatnot. And then this other tool is the beveling is really nice and smooth for pushing back my cuticle so that I don't have to push really hard. I just very gently scooch, encourage my cuticle to go back. But as you can see, it's not perfect. My cart sells these in bulk, so I just bought a whole package of these. And one side is kind of a smoother grit, and the other one's more of a gritty grit. And I only use the smooth side, and that's just for shaping. Like I said, I have some product still that I'm trying to wear down here. So uh, that's the only time I really use these on my nails is when there's product already on the nail itself. Anything else, usually I'll just clip my nails or sometimes I'll file the free edge, usually with a glass file if I'm just doing my natural nail. But this is just making sure that there's no product near my cuticle. And again, just clearing away any dust as I go. I do a lot of clearing away the dust as I file and just making sure that I have the shape that I want to start with. Uh, and yeah, there we go. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I forgot to record myself doing this part of the prep. It's very important, though. Don't forget this. The primer is the dark bottle on the right. That is very important. The other one is dehydrator wear. You use that first. Make sure that any oil is gone from your fingers. Once that dries, then you use the primer only as directed. This is Model 1's. It's the one I found. It works really well for me. So, yeah, I don't know why I didn't record the footage or where that went. So, but this is that. So these forms I got from Amazon. They're really cheap, like $4 for a pack of a bajillion of them. So, and I use the sticky thing. It just seems like it helps to keep it from crushing in on itself because I use these sort of to keep my skin taut. So I don't actually touch the product to this, or I can keep the product as much from the sides as possible. Of course, I clean everything up before I put it in the oven. The I have a Beatles lamp. It's an LED lamp because cancer meds make people photosensitive, and so the light we have a higher risk of skin cancer and sunburn and all that. So LED means less time in the lamp. So I'm cutting the sides here. I never had tried it before. I've seen other people do it for fitting reasons. I I can go either way. I use these to keep my skin taut so that the product doesn't touch as much of my skin and that it makes it easier for me to clean everything in the grooves there. It's sort of, yeah, I can just see everything better. Although they're kind of long, so I cut these. I cut them so that they fit in the lamp without me jamming my thumb on the top of the lamp. So the wing gets cut. Sorry, sorry, butterfly. Unicorn hats or little dunce hats. I don't know. I don't know. They're just adorable, but uh, the little markings on them help you be able to see where you're doing. But I use clear builder gel, so I can't see where it is. So I end up with like a lot to file off. My concern there is making it, yeah, making a strong bond so that it's not going to fall off, and then the file does the rest. So I end up filing quite a lot. Uh, Otherwise, I have chunky nails. You'll see the filing. I'm building up a little. This looks like I'm not doing anything. This is very boring. I'm actually letting a little bead build up there. Let gravity do some of the work because I realized while I was filming this that I'm getting a little low. So I did have to order more, but thankfully I had enough to do all 10 nails. I'm just doing one nail with this, but yeah, I as you'll see by the end, the reveal at the end, uh, that I got all of my nails done. So, yeah, this is applying the builder gel and that little back and forth motion that I do at the tip there. That's to get out any air bubbles and make sure that because the gel likes to adhere to gel. And so I'm just trying to build up a good base and make it strong, a nice strong shield over my nails. Uh, yeah, so pretty cool stuff. So I let that cook in the LED UV lamp. Again, the Beatles with Beatles. For about 90 seconds. The lamp has a timer. And then I go in for a second coat. This is just a strengthening coat again, using the gravity to build up a little bead there. I'm going to leave some tutorial links below as well. There are some very, very helpful YouTubers that are some nail gurus. But now, don't get cocky if you are on chemo medications. See how careful I'm being, trying not to touch the sides. Uh, I'm trying to be very careful, that side to side motion, trying not to get any air bubbles. I don't want any kind of infection. This is something you need to do with clean, sterile environment. Also, another thing I'm about to do here is I'm going to turn this upside down. And the reason I'm going to do that is because the gel will then gel towards the middle and create itself a little apex. There's a make or break moment when these forms come off. I have to do it very carefully because this is where you know if you're filing it all off and starting over with this finger or if this is so. I love when these things come off perfectly. I'm still pretty new at this. Note to self, don't store this stuff on its side. I managed to get a case instead of shelves. I think I should have gotten shelves for this or drawers for this so that I could store it upright. The case that I have in order to, yeah, anyway, uh, store this upright. Every coat that I'm doing here, according to the instructions that come with these products, I cure for 90 seconds each. All right, so I can't really stress this enough. Every single layer that we've done so far, I have cured under the LED UV lamp for about 90 seconds. All right, so this part is shaping. I'm going to cut it down. I don't really need a long nail right now. I'm experimenting with different lengths and shapes. I'm going to give you a tip that I've seen a lot of YouTubers share when they're doing their nails. I don't know why the factories don't do this, but a lot of nail files come like just sharp edged, sharp. Like, not kidding. You can create lacerations along your nails. Like the skin around your nails will just be beaten up. And I use vitamin E oil in my cuticle oil. I make it myself. Like, well, I order the vitamin E, but I add my own little essential oil fragrances if I want to, or I can just leave it unscented. We're not supposed to do a lot of perfumey stuff, but anyway, this is so that I don't cut myself while I'm filing because these things when when I call the nail gurus of YouTube, when I say they're the nail ninjas, I'm not kidding. These things are sharp. So just be really careful when you're using a file like this. Just prep the edges before you start working on your nails with these kinds of things. Yep, you can really hurt yourself. So just make sure that those edges are dull. I use a UV cloth over my hand when I'm, whatever unused portion of my hand that isn't being cured when I go into the lamp. So, it's the same thing with the dust. I'm taking care of myself with the dust. Please don't hate me when I say this, but you're gonna need a mask when you're filing. Silicates are a real thing. I can leave links below. They're not quite as dangerous as fiberglass. Please don't use fiberglass or fibergel. Fiberglass and fibergel will cause like severe asthma. It's like lacerations in the lungs, like little tiny weightless shards of glass. Now, just don't do that kind of dusting in your house, or I guess not dusting, filing. The dusting, yes, you'll get sick. What remains of this clip is mostly filing porn, so I won't bother you with it too much. I cut most of it out. It mainly I left it here just to show you that a lot of this is filing and scrubbing away dust and filing and scrubbing away dust until you come to and go slowly with your filing until you come to this hard shell that you have over this nail. Now, if you don't file the ridges like I did, this stuff fills in those ridges, so I wouldn't have had to file my ridges away really. I could have just given them like a little soft buff and filled them in with this stuff. And it did fill in the remaining ridges that I did have. I showed you the nails I ended up with, but at this point they kind of crumble at the free edge, and they were crumbling uh, so short that it was starting to hurt. And the minute that I put this on, once it cured, the pain was gone. And my nails have actually been growing so they're not so paper thin at like towards the base, towards the cuticle. So yeah, just keeping a nice shell over this is actually really helpful to keeping my nails from crumbling off my hands, if that's not too graphic. So, and this part is just, again, the shaping, buffing, taking off the shine so that the coats that I put on next will adhere to the nail and will give me a lasting, like a good 3, 4 week manicure. But I'm also trying something new. We're going to try some Halo Taco. I've been wanting this stuff for a while. Christine, I'll leave a link to her channels below, but Christine makes a great product where this becomes a no acetone process, no soak off. We're going to peel any layers from here on, we can just peel off. So we're going to use a top coat one last time just to seal everything in. And I really like this top coat from Beetles because it's a no wipe top coat. A lot of top coats come out of the lamp with a sticky coat and you have to wipe it off with alcohol. This comes out, boom, done. No sticky coat. I love this stuff. And then I can put that Halo Taco right over this. And yeah, I'm just making sure the nail is clean and free of any dust or debris. And then a very fine coat of this stuff goes a long way. You don't need much. It gives you a nice high shine. They also make matte top coats if you don't want that high gloss. I like a high gloss. I don't know. I used to watch my mom do her nails, and hers were always glossy. And I think that to me, that's very feminine looking. So that's kind of what I do with my nails. So at this point, we're still trying to avoid touching anything to the skin before I cure this under the lamp. This is going to, I'm going to clean off anything that touches the skin, and I let it level out before I put it in the lamp. And then I also flip it over. And then again, then I bake it for about 90 seconds. Just finishing up here, making sure there's no dirt or debris. Like I said, there's no sticky layer here. I'm just checking it over, making sure that I like what I've got. There's no more filing to do. It's all even. Anything I think I see under the nail, try to clean that out. And then, uh, yeah, this is kind of can just leave it like this if I want to, but I've been wanting to explore putting on an extra layer of protection with another coat of gel polish. This is my own concoction I made with vitamin E oil for cuticle oil. I just mix my own, and then if I want any fragrance, I'll add little scented oils or whatever. So, yeah, put a little around the whole nail, put all that nutrients back into and let this dry before I continued. So, I'm pretty slow at this still. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Oh my gosh. Hello, Taco. All right, this is the peely base. I'm so excited. I was so excited to get this. This is the next day after I finished the whole manicure. I did every step on just basically the whole hand on each hand. All right, so this stuff is like water. I'm used to working with gels, So my first coat of this, I was very surprised. A little goes a really long way. This, it's I right away, I'm like so excited to have it. I'm trying to get images of the whole box. All right, so the thing with Halo Taco Peely base coat is you don't need much. Really, really, I saturated it, flooded my nail wells. You can see I kind of hesitate, like, oh, it just went everywhere. I had to kind of wipe some off, start again. Uh, this is supposed to be acetone free. I'm not supposed to be doing a lot of harsh chemicals, and this is considered a harsh chemical, so don't let it, certainly don't let it dry to your skin. Uh, so yeah, I I had flooding going on. This isn't a gel product. It dries in the air. You don't need to cure it. You just need to give it a few minutes. But I was struggling here, trying to make sure that it didn't dry to my skin because of the chemo. So, uh, be really careful with products you're unfamiliar with. Maybe I should have unloaded the brush onto a little sheet of paper first. Lesson learned. So that's what this is. Lesson learned. Overall, though, I'm still really excited about this product. This is a game changer for me. I waited until this stuff wasn't really all that tacky anymore. It was a little slick. It was dry, but I didn't want to mess it up. So I'm going in. This came with a set. This is like some dreamy set I got on Amazon. It's a bunch of blues and a little lilac-y lavender. This one is a shimmery blue. I've it does it does match this mat. That was not by design. I was cleaning the mats. The mat is actually more purple than it appears on camera. So it's a silicone mat though. In case I spill, everything just kind of washes right off of silicone. It doesn't burn, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm using very light coats of this gel polish over that hollow taco. So the taco is dry, and I'm going at this with 90 seconds per layer under the lamp over what has air dried. The hollow taco does not need to be cured again. I need to mention that. Uh, I'm just sealing it at the free edge, and then making sure I get anything that's come anywhere near my skin that's coming off. I don't want anything that's gonna adhere to my skin. I can't stress enough that that will hurt if you bake it onto your skin. All right, and then that goes into the UV light. Then I'm gonna do a second coat. Second coat again, really light touch with this. Uh, Not much really to say about it, but it's I just can't stress enough to be careful. The more coat I put on this, the further I get away from the skin, and then I top it off at the free edge. And again, I cure it for 90 seconds. Just like the last two coats, I'm applying another coat. This one's just a little thicker. I wipe away the excess at the end. Again, capping off the free edge at the top. Um, Make sure that you completely dry every coat. That's really important. Uncured product can cause a lot of issues, like if you're going to develop some kind of intolerance or allergy to these things, it's usually because of uncured products. So make sure that you do, like if it says 90 seconds, do a full 90 seconds. uh, and take off don't flood the wells of your nail. Keep everything clean away from the skin. Again, that's very important to, and then hang it upside down. That'll also pull it away from the skin a little. Once everything is dry and you're confident that it's dry, one more top coat. And again, the thinner the better. Uh, that for me is the key to bringing back the shine. And you may want to buff the top and rough it up a little. So, again, you're not trying to take off polish, you're just trying to take off shine. If your polish comes off on your buffing block, that means you're not, I mean, not the polish, but like if your buffing block starts to pick up the color of the polish, you may not be fully cured yet. So maybe put that back in the lamp for another 15 seconds or whatever. Again, use UV protective cloth to protect your any unused skin that's going into that light because no amount of sunscreen is going to protect you from that full spectrum of all the full range of that lamp. Uh, Most of these lamps have just a wide range of spectrum and they differ from lamp to lamp. So don't think that you're going to protect yourself with like some kind of barrier that isn't cloth. All right, so again, cleaning everything off, no dust. Gel polish hates dust. So we're cleaning everything off here with alcohol, keeping everything clean. This is a good way to get under the nail too, like on the underside. And then once that's dry, make sure that's completely dry on your nail and on your skin. Then you can, yeah, just waving it off. Then you can proceed to put your last top coat on. Again, less is best. Less is more, I guess you could say. I think it improves the shine. And again, I'm just trying to clear away any dust, no debris, make sure everything is going to be nice and perfect under this last coat because this is going to seal everything in. And then I'm really going to blow your mind with this Hello Taco. And then again, I'm going to turn this upside down when I'm done. That's going to pull it away from the skin, first of all, and towards the center to support my apex. Every layer, when I turn it upside down, is going to do that. It's going to pull towards the center when I have my thumb upside down like that. And the viscosity of the gel and the nature of the gel, it will pull it towards the center when I hang it upside down again. So that's a nice thing to do for several seconds before you cure. Uh, so yeah, just making sure everything's clean and that I like how everything's looking, and then I'll bake it. This reveal is something I'm pretty proud of. I'm at least I impressed myself this time anyway. So I'm just checking the width of everything, making sure nothing else needs to be filed. Shape is good. I'm pretty happy with this. And then I went ahead and did everything. This I did not do in one day. The whole manicure took me about 2 days, but I was pretty happy with how it came out. And then again, I'm applying cuticle oil after everything is painted. I've got my Hello Taco under each under each colored section, I guess I should say, between the builder gel and the gel polish. There is a coat of Hello Taco. You can see that one of my nails got, or one of the skin around my nail got a little beat up. That was from an unprepped file. So, like I said, they can really hurt you. The rest of my nails made it out all right. Anyway, the vitamin E oil really does help it heal faster. I've noticed it's a noticeable difference, and it helps keep aging and so forth at bay. And a lot of drying from all that rubbing alcohol. So this just puts nutrients back into the skin. And I like these little pens. They're available on Amazon. Anywho, this is where I'm going to really blow your mind. Remember that little pic I showed you earlier to help clean out my cuticles? All right, well, this edge I'm going to use very carefully to show you what that hollow taco layer does. Now, hollow taco means I'm not going to have to soak this off. I don't have to file my color off. I can just peel it off. Very carefully get it to lift away from, and you want to make sure you're not peeling off your whole manicure. You don't want to take off your builder gel. That will hurt. But this is just taking off that one shell, and it comes off like a bug carapace. It's hard. I mean, it's clicky hard, that little last carapace. And then you can file anything else that doesn't come off or buff it off. I think it buffed off for me. I used the buffer side of this, I believe, and it came off pretty quick. And then I was ready for another manicure if I wanted. So, yeah. And the builder gel just stays in place. So, pretty awesome, huh? I love that. So, when I want to change out my manicure now, I just can leave the nails in place and just give them backfills now and then. This is me just brushing off what's, the shine again before I top coat it. And yeah, perfect. I'm so happy with this product. Christine, if you're listening, you have changed my life. I'm ready to cry. This has been a quest. About a good year into chemo, my nails started crumbling like you wouldn't believe. And for someone with stage 4 breast cancer, I can't tell you this is such a game changer. This is uh, uh, I want to scream to the world, but yet I want everybody to be really careful. If you are on chemotherapy, remember these are considered intense chemicals. I right away wanted to try it again, so I right away reapplied to do another manicure. I just was so thrilled with this product. Just make sure you use a light touch with it. Uh, it just air dries, so that's less time under the lamp. I love that. I can't believe how well this works. I can't believe how well this works. So thank you, Christine. The links to this product will be in the doobly-doo on YouTube below this video. Thank you. I could cry. Okay, well, all right, that's me. That's it. So I'm keeping that little carapace. So, all right. Have a great day. Be kind to yourself and others. Bye.